Good morning. This is my presentation on person-centered psychotherapy. This is created in the 1950s by psychologist Carl Rogers. Person-centered therapy stresses the client's ability to determine the issues important to him and to solve his own problems. From this viewpoint, it believes that at their core, humans are trustworthy and positive, that humans are capable of making changes and living productive, effective lives, and that humans innately gravitate towards self-actualization. Given the right growth-fostering conditions, individuals strive to move forward and fulfill their creative nature. Person-centered therapy's concern is the client as a person and not his problem. It aims to help the client to become a fully functioning person, while the client helps to identify his own resource or potential. Another goal is that the client should become more realistic in their self-perception. The major goal of this therapy is to bring about the harmony between client's real and perceived self-concept. In short, the core purpose of person-centered therapy is to facilitate our ability to self-actualize, or the belief that all of us will grow and fulfill our own potential. Here are the role of the counselor in person-centered therapy. The counselor sets up and promotes a climate in which the client is free and encouraged to explore all aspects of self. The counselor reflects back what he is hearing or observing. The counselor trusts the client to develop an agenda on which he wishes to work, and the counselor facilitates rather than direct the client. The therapist in this approach works to understand an individual's experience from their perspective. The counselor must positively value the client as a person in all aspects of their humanity while aiming to be open and genuine. This is vital in helping the client feel accepted and better able to understand their own feelings. Here are the valuable counselor characteristics in person-centered therapy. So the counselor must attempt to understand what the client is saying. The counselor must interpret what the client has said and accept what the client has said. The counselor also defines for the client. He or she attempts to convey to client a sense of acceptance. The counselor also answers questions and gives information. And the counselor actively participates in the therapy situation to make certain that the therapist is understanding what the client is saying and feeling. It is important that the counselor encourages the client to explore and understand themselves and their troubles. Here are the 5 techniques in person-centered therapy. First is active listening. This is applied throughout the whole session. The second is reflection. This is a restatement of what the client says that will show an understanding of the client's situation and display empathy. The third technique is empathy. It is the therapist's ability to understand sensitively and accurately the client's experience and feelings in the here and now. The fourth technique is congruence. It is also called genuineness. It allows the client to experience them as they really are. Or, in other words, the therapist is authentic. That his or her behaviors match his or her words. And the last technique is positive regard. It is the therapist's deep and genuine caring for the client. The therapist here needs an attitude of, "I'll accept you as you are." This therapy is also applicable to group counseling. Here, the therapist takes on the role of facilitator. He creates a therapeutic environment where the techniques are not stressed. In this way, the counseling exhibits deep trust of the group members and provides support for the members. The group members are also the ones who set the goals for the group. In the group counseling, this setting fosters an open and accepting community where members can work on self-acceptance. And individuals learn that they do not have to experience the process of change alone and grow from the support of group members. Person-centered therapy is possible in individual counseling, in group counseling, in education, and human relations training, and for a variety of problems like anxiety, crisis intervention, interpersonal difficulties, depression, personality disorder, and many others.